Was Jimi Hendrix a good singer? Let's talk about it. Alright, so I came across this article, and it's from Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Just a few days ago it came out, and it was quoting Ron Wood, who lived with Hendrix in the late 60s in London. He actually broke in London before he did in America, as everyone knows. During his stay there, he was roommates with Ronnie Wood, who later played for the Rolling Stones. And the quote from Ron Wood is, quote, "The thing that struck me about him was how he had so little self-confidence. I couldn't believe it. He confessed to me that night that he hated his own voice, that he couldn't stand singing, and that he wished that he could just stand on stage and play. That's really what he wanted to do, just play." So according to Ron Wood, Hendrix didn't like his own voice, and he would have rather not had to have been a singer. Now I'm going to tell you what I think about that in a minute, but before I do, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel, because I update virtually every day, and in addition to that, there's content linked below that you can get that isn't suitable for YouTube due to copyright issues. Alright, back to the question of Hendrix's voice. I'm going to give you 3 ideas I have about whether or not Hendrix was a good singer, and then you can let me know what you think. So number 1, I think that Hendrix's lack of technical ability and his lack of confidence in his voice actually made him a better singer. And the reason is he has more sincerity in his delivery, because he doesn't have the artifice of a quote good voice to get in the way between him and his emotions. So basically all you have is just the naked emotion, and this stands true whether we're talking about a studio recording or a live recording. Hendrix's voice has always got this raw, exposed quality that I think is really helpful to his music, and it's one of the reasons why it's kind of hard to imagine plugging anybody else into that role, because the guitar has the same naked sincerity, and together they form an incredible combination. Number 2 would be that he's a great storyteller. So again, instead of showing off with his voice, basically he just tells a story with it. And so that is part of the blues tradition, which helped make him a great blues performer, but he also adapted it to go along with his pop songs in it. Example would be Purple Haze or Foxy Lady or even Dolly Dagger. He was very good at using his voice to engage the audience. Traditional folk singer might do through the use of narrative, like a blues singer, Howlin' Wolf. And then my third point with Hendrix's voice would be that it was his voice that helped him frame his lyrics. His lyrics are an essential part of his music, and his voice, exactly the way it was, influenced the way that he wrote his lyrics. So if you think about somebody else coming into the Jimi Hendrix experience and singing Hendrix's lyrics, it's hard to imagine that they could sing Little Wing or Axis Bold as Love with the same kind of feeling that he has. And one clue insight we might have into this would be Buddy Miles. While Buddy Miles had technically and physically and naturally gifted better voice than Jimi, there was at no point did I think anyone would have liked to have seen him become the lead singer of the band of Gypsies. And so it's something other than raw talent and technique that makes Hendrix's voice gold. And for this reason, I think that he was wrong to not have self-confidence in his voice, but I'm glad that he did have a lack of self-confidence in his voice, because that's part of what makes it so good. This is what I think. But what really matters is what you think. If you have an idea about this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below, and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.